So you live in Rolling Meadows or Arlington Heights, and you're maybe, just maybe, kicking around the idea of selling your house in 2026. Well, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to cut through all the noise and build a really clear, strategic guide based on what's happening in your neighborhood. Let's dive right in. It's a huge decision, isn't it? And I know it brings up a million questions about money, about timing, and let's be honest, about the stress of it all. The whole point of this explainer is to just quiet that down and give you a clear, step-by-step way of thinking about your potential move. Okay, right off the bat, you can see we're looking at two pretty different markets, even though they're neighbors. We're talking a $100,000 difference in the median sale price. Wow. That one number tells a whole story about what buyers are looking for and what each town offers. So let's unpack what that actually means for you. All right, chapter 1. This is the big one, right? The question every single homeowner asks first. What is my home actually worth? Because everything else, your budget for the next place, your timeline, your profit, it all starts with this one number. So for Rolling Meadows, this is kind of our benchmark. But here's what's important to know about a number like this. Median just means it's the middle point. Half the homes sold for more than this and half sold for less. It's a fantastic starting point for sure, but it's not the price tag on your front door. So how do you get from that big general number to your number? Well, it really boils down to these four things. The condition of your home, obviously, the square footage and just how the rooms are laid out, where it is, even down to the specific street you're on. And this is the big one, what have similar homes, your comps, sold for recently? That's the secret sauce. Okay, so you have a ballpark idea of what your home is worth. The next logical question is always, how can I maybe nudge that number up without, draining my savings account? It is all about making smart investments before you list. First things first, forget about that massive tear-down-the-walls renovation. The real bang for your buck comes from first impressions. I'm talking about fixing those little nagging things, like a leaky faucet or scuffed-up trim. A fresh coat of neutral paint, it's like giving buyers a blank canvas. Power washing the siding, a little landscaping, that's your curb appeal. And some small, modern updates in the kitchen and bathrooms, these are the things that get buyers excited. And this right here, is probably the most important piece of financial advice for anyone thinking about selling. You see that $50,000 dream kitchen you're thinking about? Well, that's for you to enjoy while you live there. Right before a sale, it's an investment you probably won't get back in full. It's much smarter to stick to those high-impact, lower-cost fixes. All right, you've figured out your price, you've prepped your house, it looks great. Now we get to the part that, let's be honest, can cause a little anxiety. How long is this whole thing going to take? Let's see what the data says. So what you're seeing here is that, on average, we're talking about a month, maybe a little less. Arlington Heights is just a bit quicker, moving in about 27 days. What this really means for you is that if your home is priced right and it shows well, you need to be ready to act pretty quickly. So what's the deal? Why is Arlington Heights a little faster and a bit pricier? Well, it really boils down to the specific package buyers are competing for. They're often looking for those slightly larger homes, the highly rated schools, and that walkable, vibrant downtown scene. That competition, that's what speeds up the whole timeline. Okay, let's fast forward a bit. You got an offer, you accepted it. Amazing. But hold on, we're not quite at the finish line yet. The final piece of this whole financial puzzle is understanding the costs that come out after the sale price is agreed upon, but before the money lands in your bank account. If there is one number to just kind of file away in your brain, it's this one, 5 to 7%. Basically, for every $100,000 your home sells for, you're looking at about $5,000 to $7,000 in various fees and taxes. Knowing this number upfront is so important because it prevents any painful surprises at the closing table. So, where does all that money actually go? It's not just one big fee. It's a whole collection of things. You've got transfer taxes. That's for the state and county. Title insurance, which protects the new owner. Of course, you have commissions for the real estate agents and attorney fees for all the legal paperwork. And yep, you have to pay your prorated share of the property taxes for the year. See? Each one has a job to do. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground, haven't we? From value to repairs to timing to costs. So now let's boil it all down into a super simple, really powerful strategy to help you have a successful sale in 2026. Think of it like this. There are 4 pillars for success. If you get these 4 things right, you are going to be in a fantastic position. 1, price it right from the start using the data as your guide. 2. Prepare your home smartly, focusing only on those high-return fixes we talked about. 3. Know your local market's timeline so you can plan your own move. And 4. Understand all your costs so you can calculate your true bottom-line profit. And you know what? That brings us right back to where we started. But the difference is, now you have the roadmap. You understand the value, the preparation, the timing, and the costs. You're the one in the driver's seat. So the only real question left is the one on the screen. Is 2026 your year to make a move?